Hey guys, I started my premenopause. I'm excited. It was such a clear piece of evidence that made me realize why my feelings have been so strong lately. And why they've kind of almost been like lucid a little bit too, like that day that I felt like I wanted to die. The feeling to me was like, kind of like I wanted to faint. Like, whoa, shoot, hold on. Can you get by? I'm in the harbor. I just left the beach and now I'm gonna go get tacos, but I wanted to make this video because I am actually totally responding to my body's needs. And what happened was I basically just like started my period again 1 month. And I'm like, I just finished this. And so I had my period 3 times in 1 month basically. So that is the indication of perimenopause, and it also explains like why I've been feeling things more and also feeling things less. Like I feel strength less, but I feel like sadness more. And so what that means to me is it's time for me to change my body. And so I'm incorporating a couple different things: diet changes, just things that are going to be like lighter for me. I feel like a calm basically is coming over me, and that makes me happy. And so with the diet changes, just being little, like I would say around 28-30 years old, I cut my reckless consumptions in half. And I started to do things that were more conscious, to where like I was buying organic foods. So my food quality up leveled. And now that my body's changing, it's time for me to do it again. So it's like I'm going to like 75%, which is pretty accurate for my age, because I'm 45. So perimenopause is a process, I guess, can last so long. And then menopause happens, I guess, when you actually don't have your period for a year or something. I don't really know a lot about it. We don't really talk about it. It's amazing. There's like 51% of the United States, maybe the world, is women, and we don't even know much about them, about ourselves. So I understand that like my progesterone, my estrogen levels are changing, and there's other things happening, and I can intuitively feel and sense and listen to my body about what's happening. But it was really nice to get that huge signal so that I knew there was a big change in my body. And so with the diet, I'm also just being much more careful with all of my consumptions, just anything that's like, because I would still drink and smoke and have a good time, and I'm gonna, maybe, I don't know, drinking's not that great for me, but I like smoking herb. Maybe I'll get some CBD oil or something like that. But actually, I take that back, because I'm gonna get high on my own supply. What my intuition brought me to, and talking to some friends and just answering my body's resounding yeses and nos, I got a big yes when I heard about the physiological theories and beliefs and practices to balance our autonomic system. So it's our parasympathetic and our sympathetic nervous systems. And I got to this person who has been able to achieve amazing superhuman things. Like he hiked Mount Everest in his shorts and swam underneath like a huge iceberg on his own one breath, because he's been practicing controlling his body. And this is all like that autonomic system, the nervous system, which is, we like, our mind and our nervous system is like our central, but we can control that with our breath. So I'm doing that because it, like what he said, like I said, I've been feeling my feelings like intensely, and I don't necessarily believe in a lot of labels, but they're ways to communicate. And so like they were saying that this autonomic breathing and these techniques to control our own nervous system through our breath, they can like relieve us of things like anxiety or bipolar or depression, and things that, you know, have all these labels, but that's like labels that are 200 years old. We're talking about beings that are millions and thousands and hundreds of years old, thousands and millions of years old. So tapping into that actual function of our body rather than considering us ill, right? And so basically he's saying, you know, we've lost connection to the earth, which is absolutely true. And so as my body's changing and I'm answering the call to like ground down and take better care of myself, I've been led to this type of breathing techniques. And I'm going to learn a lot more, but it's all about controlling our heart rate, controlling our body's response mechanisms through our nervous systems, which depend on either heightening us or calming us. And it's constantly in balance, constantly working to keep us in balance. So with our breath work, we can control that. So those are the things I'm getting into, and I already like instantly, I feel like power. I feel good. I feel clear. I feel happy. I feel like I understand that I deserve joy. And this is really going to be helpful for me. So I'm excited. Can you tell I'm like so calm right now? I just got out of the ocean, so I'm like swam. And so I'm really trying to like take care of myself, because I realize like that's why I've been having such a like exhausting time, and why things have been like extra hard for me, is because my body's going through changes. And it's not just me as a 45-year-old woman. I had a conversation with a 17-year-old boy, and he was having similar things. And what we connected on is that we were feeling like, he just said like, well, I'm, you know, having hormonal changes, and I felt that animal meats, like when I would eat animal meats, like I was becoming more like aggressive. And I'm like, yeah, me too. That's what I'm thinking about doing right now, is not eating any meat, and I haven't. Just because I feel like it's time for that in my body, and it's totally what I teach. It's about, you know, the phases in my life, phases in our lives. And like I said, I'm 45, so I'm entering my third phase. And this is, you know, stuff that I teach through my Fully Yoked program. So yeah, I just wanted to share that I realized that I was experiencing major like hormonal shifts in my body, and that I'm supporting that with diet changes and breath work. Alright, I'm gonna go get some tacos. I'm in Maui, down by McKenna Beach, and it's busy. Okay guys, enjoy. Get high on your own supply. Peace.